Mom picked the same hairstyle as me for my wedding day. A while back, I started noticing something about my mom that made me think. Even though I haven't lived with her for about 9 years and now I live like an hour's drive away, so we're not together all the time. Sometimes, she acts all nice and good, and that makes me question whether she's really not so good. But today, I got some confirmation that she's like that after all. I'm getting married next month. My mom wanted her hair to look fancy for my big day, so she asked the person who's gonna do my wedding hair if they could try out a new hairdo for her. She sent me a text asking if I could go with her to the hair appointment and then come over to my place afterward. Sounds good, right? Except, here's the tricky part, the appointment was set for 5 p.m. on a Tuesday. That's right when I'm usually on my way home from work, and there's no way I could make it to the appointment even if I wanted to. So I texted her back, telling her Tuesdays are a no-go for me and we can meet up some other time. Now, it's Tuesday again, almost 6 p.m. I'm back from work and super excited about the dinner my future husband is whipping up. Suddenly, there's a knock on my door. I think it's just my neighbor coming for a package, so I open the door without thinking too much. But guess what? It's my mom, standing there all cheerful, waving hi. And guess what else? Her hair is styled exactly like how I'm planning to have mine on my wedding day. I'm totally surprised, and I just stand there on the doorstep, not sure what to do. While I'm still figuring out what's happening, she kind of squeezes her way in. I try to block her from getting too comfy by standing in front of the couch, but I guess she didn't get the hint or she just ignored it. She starts showing off her hair from every angle, talking about how she's gonna have the exact same hairdo as me. Oh boy, that was unexpected. Then, she tries to invite herself to help set up at the wedding venue the day before the big day. But I managed to put a stop to that idea pretty quickly. After all that, she tells me I look tired and stressed. Well, the truth is, I really am tired and stressed. Kinda weird, but I end up feeling like it's rude to do it, but I let her know that my future husband and I are about to eat dinner, so she needs to head out. Thankfully, she does. Now, I'm not sure what to do. How do I handle all of this? I need to set some limits with my mom, draw some lines, and also, there's this hair issue. She's never just popped up at my house like this before, and it's really throwing me off. Plus, I'm kinda mad at my hairstylist too. It's like they copied the hairstyle exactly as I'm planning for my wedding. I'm not a bridezilla or anything, but I have to admit, this is getting under my skin more than I expected. Mom picked the same hairstyle as me for my wedding day, update. So, last time I talked about how things were going with my mom and the whole hairstyle situation. I tried talking to her about it before and told her that her hair looking the same as mine might be a bit strange. But she didn't really take it seriously, just kept saying stuff like similar but not the same and that we would have different accessories and all that jazz. It kind of felt like she was avoiding the topic. So, to keep myself sane, I decided to drop it with her and instead, I got in touch with the person who does hair to clear things up. I had a chat with the stylist and they told me something pretty surprising. They said that during my mom's trial appointment, she showed them pictures that looked a whole lot like my bridal hairstyle. And she told them that I was cool with her having a similar style. So, if you were guessing that she kind of lied to the stylist and convinced them to do what she wanted, you're totally right. After I found that out, I sent the stylist some pictures of a different hairstyle that was longer, and I asked if we could try that one instead. I didn't want to match my mom's hair on my wedding day. The stylist was totally cool about it and agreed to come to my hotel early on the big day before anyone else from the wedding party showed up. This way, we could get my hair sorted in a way that wasn't like my mom's, and then she could come later in the morning without knowing what was up. So, on the actual wedding day, that's exactly what happened. The new hairstyle turned out even more beautiful than I thought, and I actually liked it better than the original one. And guess what? Later, when I opened the door with all smiles to greet my mom, she said, "Oh. You changed your hair." I happily agreed and said, "Yep, I did." Then, I motioned for her to sit in the hairstylist's chair for her turn. The stylist did her hair the way she wanted, the original style. She didn't dare complain because there were quite a few people around, like my best man, my dad, the stylist's helper, and the makeup artist. You see, my mom doesn't really like having people watching her when she's up to no good. So, the rest of the day went mostly okay. My mom decided to lace my dress super tight in a corset style. I'm not sure if it was a mistake or some sort of revenge thing. It was so tight that I felt kind of sick, and I had to ask my husband to loosen it up before our meal. Then, while we were on our way to the ceremony in the car, she started giving my dad the wrong directions to the place. But I quickly spoke up with the right directions and drowned out her confusing instructions. Later on, I heard her complaining to other family members about me snapping at her. As the evening went on and my husband and I snuck out to watch the sunset and greet our evening guests, guess who decided to show up? Yep, my mother. She was hanging around awkwardly like a lost puppy. But husband wasn't having any of it, and he kindly asked her to go back inside. Surprisingly, she actually listened and left us alone for the rest of the night. There were some moments when she seemed a bit annoyed that I wasn't paying her much attention. Instead, I was dancing and chatting with my friends. But honestly, if she didn't want me to be so confident and strong willed, she probably shouldn't have tightened that corset as tight as she did.